Hello, welcome to Susie's Unique Designs. Today we're going to be making a pink snowman wreath. This is the sign that was my inspiration. It's so cute. It's a 10-inch sign. And we're going to be using a variety of ribbons, some 21-inch mesh, and some 10.5-inch snowball mesh, and this pancake frame, which will make our wreath thin, that will fit between a storm door and a regular door. So let's get started. You will also need some sharp scissors, some wire cutters, a rotary mat,
Okay, you're gonna need 15
and a rotary
of the
cutter.
pipe
And I got
cleaners.
mine on Amazon,
Okay.
but you can find them at any craft
We're
store.
gonna load our frame now, and on our frame we only need 12. So we'll set 3 of them aside. One is to attach our bow, and then 2 of them are to make like a loop. So each one of these frames has a notch. There's 6 notches on the inside, and there's 6 on the outside. And so there's a couple extra holes. 2 of them are to attach like a sign, which we have, and then 2 of them down below are to attach the bow. And so they're there so you can use them if you want. So we're gonna start, I'll just start on the inside, it doesn't matter. And here's the first notch, so we're just gonna load it and try to have our pipe cleaners somewhat even on the top. And then we're just gonna twist just once like that, and then pull them towards the center. It's pretty easy. Okay, now we have our base loaded. Next, we're gonna put our mesh in, and for this particular one, I am going to do some poofs on the inside and then on the outside, and then we'll be doing some ruffles that has the sparkly foil in it. Now I already used part of mine on a different one, but I'm just gonna set my frame over to the side. And what I like to do is just start off with a clean edge. Okay, so what I do is I'll roll it down just a few inches. This just kind of helps with it frays. So you want to kind of protect your edges. So I fold it down just a few inches like this, and then I fold it in like this, fold it in like this, and then you just gather it together. Okay, so you're going to have just a small little poof that you want to have, so your edges are protected. And for this, we're going to start on the inside. Okay, so I'm not going to undo my pipe cleaners or Chenille stems, whichever you call them. I'm just going to put it right on top there. I'm going to push it down because you want to have this tight to the frame. And then I'm going to twist, and then do a twist once like that, and that's all you need. Now the next part, your edges will kind of be curled in like this. So then you're just going to measure 10 inches. We're going to do 10-inch poofs all the way around the inside. So I'm going to use my mat. If you don't have a mat, you could just use a ruler, and we just want to do 10 inches. And then go to the next notch here on the inside and push it down here. Pull it tight to the frame and just set it right in there, and we'll kind of adjust our poofs when we get all done. Okay, so again, just try to make sure you keep your edges rolled in. And I'm just looking at the 10 going over to the 20. Just has to be approximate. You just don't want, you know, one loop way bigger than the other loop. Poof, excuse me, not loop, a poof. A whole one already, okay? So I just went around and did the poofs on the inside, then the outsides, okay? This one here, we're going to use our snowball mesh. Okay, when I start a new roll, I usually like to start with a clean edge and I'll just trim a little bit off. There we go. And then we're gonna do our 10.5 inch mesh. We're gonna do those at 20 inches. And we need to have 12 of them. So and what we're gonna do with this is it naturally curls in. And so we're just gonna let it curl in like this, just a couple times. This will protect our edges. So we'll just do twice like this, with the curl side going down. And then we're just gonna gather it together like this with our fingers until we meet like this. And then you're just going to put it, we're gonna go on the outside, and then we'll go into the inside, okay? So we'll go out here first. We're gonna put them, you can put them facing up if you want, or you can put them facing down. I'm gonna put mine facing down, and I'm gonna be putting them, I think you would say horizontally. So it'll be like this, okay? And then we'll go to this next one. Add this in. You want to add it in tightly, so just one twist there. There. Whoops, I'm just gonna show you. It likes to stick to each other. See, and it just looks like this. A cruffle, I believe. Okay, there you go. Now we got all of the outside ones done. And next, we're gonna put our ribbon tails in, or on our wreath. And then we're gonna add our mesh on the inside. So just try to remember that. So I'm going to show you the sign again. This is the pretty sign that we're going to be using. Very, very cute. It's super adorable. And so then I decided to pick black, white, and silver in this pretty sparkly pink. It's just a really pretty in this black, white, and silver ribbon. I think that will be really cute for our tails. So I'm going to set my sign aside, and then we're going to cut our tails at 13 inches. I like to use a ribbon tail board. This one I got from hotmeshmom.com. It works really well when you're cutting ribbon. And then I use my sharp scissors. So we need 12 of each at 13 inches. What I like to do right away is I like to dovetail my ribbons. You can do yours at a slant, or you can dovetail them as well. You can take 2 or 3 pieces, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to fold your ribbon in half, kind of like a taco. Fold it like this, and then you're going to cut it at an angle. This is called a dovetail. It's very pretty. Or if you want, you can just cut them at an angle. It just makes your project look nice and finished. It just takes a few minutes to do this, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'll speed up the video. Okay, so now we got both of these done. Okay, so now we're gonna put our 2 ribbons together and make ribbon packets. So what I like to do is I like to take my bottom one and then put the top one. I like it, you can put it either in the center if you want. I like to do mine up on the top like this. That's just my preference. Then I take my finger and I just fold it in half. Okay, and we'll set it aside. So we're gonna do that with each one of these. Okay, so remember we only added our mesh ruffles to the outside 6. Now we're gonna add our ribbon all the way around the bottom. So let's do that. And all we're gonna do is open our ribbon up like this. We're just gonna open it up like this. And then right in the center like this, then we're just gonna pinch it right up the center. We're just gonna gather it like this. And I'm just using my fingers, and you just kind of, this is all wired ribbon. So then you just have it like a V. Okay, let's do this. Let's put it right in the center here like this. We don't have to open up our ties. I changed my mind. We're not going to open them up. Okay, so you can go like this, and I'm just using my fingers like this. If you want, you can leave it like that, or you can pull it up like this and have it like an X pattern like this. Okay, so now we got them all added on the outside. Now I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to cut them off, but you're going to leave about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So I'll cut it off like that. Then we're going to take this part and we're going to tuck it underneath our ribbon. Okay, so now we have all of our ribbons done and trimmed off. So now we're gonna add our mesh. We're gonna go around and add our mesh that we did to the inside. Okay, I'm just gonna move my wreath to the side, and I'm just gonna ruffle these again like we did the last ones. We're just gonna roll them in a couple times. And then just ruffle. Just adjust it how you want. Okay, so then now these ones we're gonna put, let's see here, we're gonna go like this. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do them horizontally, or maybe, no, this will be vertically. Maybe I said that be wrong before. So you want them up and down. I guess that this is vertically and this would be horizontally, I believe. Okay, so I just added that in. I'll show you again how to do it with the little clippies. You just be gentle with your mesh. It likes to stick to everything. That's why I have an apron on, because it always sticks to my shirts. Okay, so just put something heavy on one end, then just roll it a couple times like that. Flip it around and roll it just a couple times. Pinch it in the middle, and then just walk your hand. So I'm just pushing with my thumbs, but walking with my fingers. Just pushing it all the way up until you meet to the other side. Then you have your little bow tie, which is adorable. Either way you want to have it. Okay, and then we'll go to the next one. We're gently gonna just see, okay, here's the next one. And we're not gonna untwist, we're just adding it right in there. But we want it to be tight to the frame, like our other mesh was. Oops, and I think I put that facing up instead of down. Whoops. Okay, this way. Like I said, you can do it either way. Okay, push it down in here. This. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Okay. This goes pretty quick when you're not talking. Okay, so again, I'm just roll. Oops. Like 2 times. Oop. Oops. Just be gentle. Whoops. Sometimes when you're doing this, it's nice to have a good amount of space on your table so it doesn't all get stuck together. Okay. I think this is going to be so cute. And I hope you guys like it as well. You can do this with any color ribbons, any color mesh. It's just kind of a way to make a wreath. And this is fairly easy. We're just doing this once because we're going to add our ribbon in there. So we don't want to twist it too many times. Isn't that getting pretty? Nice and full, but yet it will still be, let me show you something. So this is looking really full, but then if you can see this, it's still fairly thin, which it'll fit between a storm door. So a screen door and a storm door. So that'll be nice. Some people, like myself, when we live in the Midwest, we need to have that storm door on there because we have pretty harsh winter sometimes, so I'm here in Wisconsin. Oops, and then I got ahead of myself. I was talking, so I'm just going to curl it in a couple times and walk it in like that. So it works either way. Okay, so now we're almost done. Adding this in here. Making a wreath. It's all about the layers and the different textures. That's how I like to do things, with textures. That's why I use like a pretty iridescent and then like a snowball. I thought that would be so pretty for this snowman. Excuse me, or snowman or snowwoman. Okay, so let's do this the right way this time. Okay, we're just gonna roll it here a couple times. Put our little clip on there. Oops, just be gentle. Just pull this apart gently. I'm gonna say this is, you know, a very nice quality mesh, and the better quality mesh that you have, the less it's gonna fray. Okay, so just try to remember that. And the way that we're doing it, we're protecting our edges as well. Okay, so this is our last one on the top here. Let's see. I have one. Oh, did I count too many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, here it is. I knew there was one more. Oops. See, and it's, as we get it all added in here, it's seems like it wants to snag in with each other. There we go. Okay. Wow, look how pretty that is. Okay, we got all of this added in. I'm just gently adjusting it. There we go. Sometimes when you're making these, you might think, oh, you know, I can see through it, you know. Well, by the time we get all done doing everything, nope, you can't see through it. So it'll work out just fine. Oh, I think that's so adorable. I hope you guys like this recipe. Now we're gonna add the rest of our ribbon tails in here. Then we just find our center like that, ruffle right up there. And then we're just gonna add it right into, we're not gonna open, oops, I'm sorry, you can't see that. We're gonna add it, I just put it like this, add it right into there. And twist it 3 or 4 times like this. So you have a little nub like we did on the bottom, and you can cut them off right away, or you can just go around and do them all and then do it at the end. Whatever you find works for you, okay? Now we're gonna use our fingers, and this is the wired ribbon, so we can make it do what we want it to do. There, just like that. Okay, so we'll continue on here. I'm gonna speed up the video. And we'll add all of these on the inside, and then I'll be back. Okay, look how pretty that looks. Wow. Isn't that pretty? Now, isn't that gonna be cute? Okay, So I decided to prep my sign, tighten it. Okay, so now let's add our sign. Now I'm going to flip this over for a minute because I did, it doesn't really matter where you put your hanger, but this is kind of where you can put your bow. This is where you put your sign. Let me show you. I just took 2 pipe cleaners and then I just twisted them together like this to make a longer one so I could make a hanger. You don't have to make a hanger, but you can hang it by this part as well. Okay, so then you just have a longer hanger. So that's our top. So I'm gonna flip this over. This is our top. So now I'm gonna add the sign. This is our top. I'm gonna add our sign up just a little bit higher on the wreath because I wanna put our bow down here. So all I'm gonna do is just, you don't have to use the holes that are provided. They're just, if you want, if that works out where you want your sign. It doesn't always for me. Sometimes it does and sometimes not, so. Okay, so we'll add this one in here like this. Just a couple, whoops. We're just gonna add it like this, tight to the frame and twist a couple times. There we go. There, we got that added in there. Look how cute that is. I'll make sure to take pictures at the very end and on the door so you guys can see what it's gonna look like as a finished product as well. Isn't that cute? Okay, so these are the 4 that I thought I would use for the bow. I pre-made this just to see what it would look like, and I think that looks really cute. So it's the same as this ribbon right here. So I'm going to set this aside, and let's make our bow. I'll open this one up. I think this is really pretty as well. I think that will look really pretty. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do, let's see here. I always kind of hold my ribbon up to my project. Let's see, I think we're gonna go with about, let's go with a 10-inch tail. So I'm gonna use my mat, or if you have a ruler, that will work as well. And then at the 10-inch, I'm just gonna pinch it teeny tiny like this. I'm gonna move it over to the beginning now again. And then let's do from the beginning over to the 12. So let's do 6-inch loops. I'm just gonna pinch it again like this. And then I'm gonna bring them together. So that will be, I made it over to the 12 and I'm bringing it together, and that's 6 inches, like a 6-inch loop, okay? So then I'm gonna twist and I'm gonna come back over to the 12 and I'm gonna pinch it up here like this and flip it over like this to the top. And we have 2 6-inch loops, okay? So we'll put those in our hands like that. And this again is wired ribbon. And then we're gonna cut our tail off at 10 inches. Okay, so we have our tail. We're gonna go just like this. And then next we're going to do the pink ribbon. And we'll do the same thing. So let me just cut this off here. And if it hurts to hold it in your hand, you can just take a pipe cleaner and just go like this, do a twist like that, and just set it aside, okay? And then we'll go to the next one. We'll do the same thing. We'll have 10-inch tail. Okay, we're gonna pinch like this, take it, come over here to the beginning again, go up to the 12, pinch, and then bring them together to make a 6-inch loop like that. Then we're gonna go back over here and we're going to come back over to the 12. So you have the pretty side facing down, go like this. Bring it over here on the top, just like this. And then cut it off at the 10. So you have 10-inch tails again, okay? So then you have your pretty bow just like this with one single loop. We're gonna untie this here because we only did it once. Then we're gonna add this right on top of there. Okay. And we're gonna add our placeholder, that's what we'll call it, which is our pipe cleaner. And we're just gonna put this right on here again. And what I like to do is pull everything up like this, twist. There you go. And we'll just leave it like that. Now we'll go on to the next ribbon. Okay, the next ribbon we're gonna do is the white ribbon, okay? So I will do this again just so you guys can see it. I just had some ribbon left, so I saved my spools, and I had some ribbon left and I just wound it around on this one for some reason, I guess. Okay, so again we'll do 10-inch tails. I like the tails long because then we can curl them if we want. Okay, so then we're gonna come over here, and this one we're gonna go to the 10-inch mark. So we have 5-inch loops. Come back over here to the beginning, over to the 10. We'll pinch, bring it over across like that. Okay, and for this one, we're gonna make one more loop. So we're gonna go over to the beginning, to the 10, pinch, bring it back around like this. And then we have one more loop left. Oh, I think I'm almost out of ribbon. That worked out really good. Okay, to the beginning, over to the 10. Oops, I didn't pinch it, sorry. Sorry, I got too fast. Pinch it. Oops, this one I think we're gonna twist. Sorry, I forgot to do that part. We're gonna go here to the 10 and bring it back underneath like this. And twist. Okay, so we have those. And we want to have about a 10-inch tail again, approximate. And I'll probably just add this in, possibly, because I don't want to just have one little strip of ribbon laying around. We'll see, I'll think about it. Okay, so now we have this. We'll add this in. And all I'm gonna do is hold these with my fingers like this, undo our placeholder. I'm gonna add this right into here, just like that. And we'll adjust it in just a minute. Okay, let's go like this. This is just the easy way to do it. Pull it together like this. Okay, set that aside for a minute. And this is a 7/8 inch ribbon, and I just have a little bit of this as well left. So we're gonna go like this. Now sometimes your wires like to come out like that, and all you do, push them back a little bit, and then you can just fold them under like that, because if you cut them, they're gonna come out again. So sometimes I'll do a little edge like that, but okay. And then I think what we'll do is we're gonna fold, well, let's do our bow here. Look at all that glitter. Can you guys see that? That's funny. Okay, so let's go with another 10-inch tail so we can curl it. And with this one, we're just gonna do, let's see, we'll do about 6 inches, so we'll bring it, so that'll be about a 3-inch. Yeah, we'll do about a 3-inch loop. Then we'll come down here, go to the 6 again, and pinch it like this. Then we're gonna do one more, like a center loop. Sorry, then I'm gonna go here and just go like teeny tiny, like just a little teeny tiny one like that. Okay, I got the bow added in here now. I just twisted it in the back here. We got our sign added in here. And here's our loop. I think it turned out really pretty. And you're good to go. There we go. Then you can just adjust your loops on your bow. Just put your fingers in there and you can just fluff it up. You can just curl your ribbon up a little bit like this. Sometimes I'll leave my tails a lot longer and then I'll curl them up a lot more. These ones, you can just kind of use your fingers and roll them under a little bit if you want. But I have them just about even with the bottom of the wreath. I know it's a little bit hard to see right now. It's pretty full, but it still isn't too thick, so we could get it between your storm door and your main door. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me.